Hello, welcome guys. Welcome to this new Math Kangaroo contest solution. Okay, let's get into the solution of this problem. So the problem says, okay, straight line is drawn on a grid. Straight line drawn on a grid, and the triangles formed with the grid lines are shaded, as shown these blue triangles. Now, which of the following could be the ratio of the areas of the triangle? Okay, let's get into the solution of this problem. So the first thing that we need to try to do here is understand the problem. Okay, so the problem says, you can read that this line formed with the grid lines form three triangles, these shaded triangles, and we need to find something about the areas, which are these. So what do this mean? Okay, this is called rate. And to understand this, I will suppose that this one is the area of this little triangle, or that this area is 1 meter squared, and the rates, because remember that in math we have rates, we have ratios, and we have proportion. But in this case, we are working with rates. So one is the area of this little triangle. So 3, then this means that 3 meters square will be the area of the second triangle, and 4 meters square area will be the area of this bigger triangle. Okay. So now that we understand what the choices mean, now the second process to solve this problem is something that I call of rain of ideas. Okay, so in rain of ideas, or try to solving this problem, it means that every idea, dumb, brilliant, intelligent, whatever idea, no matter how brilliant of them is, you need to take care or maintain your mind in generating new ideas, or try to solve this problem, no matter how dumb or brilliant the idea is. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you my ideas that I have had. So the first idea that I had, let me change the color. So look. So my first idea was, okay, let me look at these ideas. Okay, the first idea was, these questions is, can we, or I, or you find the line equation? Line equation. was my first idea because you can see this is like a line here, and uh, mm, this is like a Cartesian plane. So maybe you can use, the Cartesian equations to try to um, find the equation of this line. That was my first idea. Second idea is related to the Cartesian plane. How do we use the Cartesian plane? Because maybe I can put in here coordinates. Maybe I can call this 1, 2, 3. Try to find the equation of the line. So now this third idea that I had was, mm, it's like using a strategy when you're solving problems. You need to use strategies, and maybe I used here some point. The strategy is called systematic check, guess and check. Okay, and mm, my guess was that maybe these shady triangles are similar. So my guess was they are similar. Okay, now another idea I had was for it. It was is reorganize reorganize all figures in the grid, so maybe I can find something easy area. Easy area. So it means that maybe I can put these little triangles reorganize in like forming possibly this square or something isn't easy to find the area. Okay, and maybe obviously maybe it could be a way to solve the problem is find the area of these shady triangles. Okay, and another idea that I have had was rotate rotate the grid, because as you can see I can rotate this. Um, you know, I can rotate this, so maybe if I rotate this grid, I can see something very easy, or maybe if I rotate, I can see that the triangles form something different to try to find the area, something like that. Okay, now this was the process of generate ideas, brain of ideas. Now the next step is there. I need to choose like the better idea of the first idea that I had, which is, I know, like using the intuition And that idea is this is the third one, which is they are similar. So if I make a guess that triangles are similar, I need to prove it. And how I going to prove it is this way. Okay, so okay, this angle is equal to this angle because they are vertical. So now this is a right triangle. Therefore, it implies that this triangle will be equal to this. And now you know that these vertical angles are equal, so are equal. And now it implies that this triangle here is equal to this. And now you can try for your own for this triangle. And that's the way that I prove that the triangles are similar. So as you can see, this idea works really well, really well. Now, similarity is checked. Now, the next step that I need to do is how I can use this similarity property of these triangles to try, because remember that our idea is to try to find the areas or something related with the areas of these triangles. So with that in mind, I need to remember what are the properties of similarity triangles. So for that, let's make two triangles. And let's label the sides of these triangles. And similarity means that the corresponding sides of the triangles are in proportion. It means that P over B prime is equal to C prime equal to A over A prime. Okay. Now also remember that the area of one triangle is of this triangle. Remember, the area of one triangle or is A prime times B prime divided by 2. So in order to try to find something related with the area and this special property of similar triangles, I will do this like magic trick to try to have this algebraic expression using this fraction. So so in order to do that, so I the only thing I did was to multiply this fraction, so it means that I did times b. So this is, as you can see, this is the area of this triangle, this is the area of this triangle. It doesn't matter that is you don't see the 1/2 because it's very easy. Now I want you to ask I want to ask to you that there is something very special about this expression, you know. So, so could you find something Could you find something about this expression? You can try, you can think, you can post video, because this is like the third step that you need to find to solve this problem. Because remember that the one, the first step was the similarity. We need to prove the similarity. Then with similarity, we need to find something about the area. We found something about the area, which is here, multiplying these two expressions using the property of similarity of triangles. Which was this? So now that you find, you at least tried a lot with, don't matter, you can say that this is a square root of something. You can say that this is a right number. You can say that this is a part of something like a proportion area or something. But but I want you to tell you something, that this number, like a hint, yes, the power, this number has a power inside of it, inside of him, something. So now, using that this number has very special power, because you know that these two expressions are equal, so you are multiplying things that are equal, so it makes something a very special number when you multiply it. So with that in mind, I want you to tell me the answer. So I need you to answer this with all this analysis, all these investigations of these very hard problems. This is very hard problem. Now with this idea, I want you to tell me the solution of this, because now you can compare the area of these triangles. Because remember that rates means that something like this, A over B or C over B, and with this, using this and the special power that this number has, and that you already know what is a rate, you can try to find the solution. So tell me in the comments if you find the solution. So thank you for seeing this video, and welcome. Bye. Bye bye bye. Bye bye bye. Right.